Good afternoon, everyone. Here's hoping you can hear me properly. I guess we'll turn up the sound a little bit on my end. Ah, yes, now I can hear. So, last time we were heading out into the wilderness to do a major skill quest for a lady who was not very nice. Story of my life, eh? I'm not exactly where I was. I decided to do a couple of things. Well, for one, I went back to the town and dropped off my Daedric longsword, which was indeed quite heavy. That's kind of the trick to this game is just weight management. Because you cannot carry an infinite amount of stuff. Right. Let's see if I can actually hit something with this. Hang on, do I have the right belt? I am wearing it. Superb. Alright. Drop the gun, you are under arrest. Well, I can hit, that's... Oh. Well, I was, Oh man, if ever there was, like, an award for being way too hesitant with the crossbow, I think I should win, because that, ladies in the audience were swooning from cringing. That's kind of the issue with archery in this game, like... Okay, he's gonna kill me if I don't actually fight back. But yeah, that's kind of the issue with archery in this game, because like if you miss someone, then you don't hit. And if you do quote-unquote hit someone, it will just do a dice roll. And it's an older sort of game for that, but nevertheless, I can't help but feel just a little bit grumpy about it. Can I kill you at least? Will you indulge my wounded ego? If so, you're hiding it well. Well, I'll say this for my archery, my light armor skill is increasing. It's, not how that's supposed to go. I gotta say, I feel like there's a lot more critters than there used to be. Now we're heading into the part of the game where memes were made. The part where there are cliff races everywhere. Hello. Let's see. Oh, and in case you're forgetting, the quest we had to do was something about collecting membership dues from someone who was not very nice. Well, no. Someone who hadn't paid membership dues in years. Which, as I understand it, is not how that's supposed to work. And the directions we were given was that we had to be somewhere around here, and then turn north along this particular direction here, the faint white line. And yeah, you're probably noticing that the animals are diseased, and that's part of the lore. As your level increases, you'll fight more animals, and they are more diseased, more aggressive, and, well, they take care of this. And yeah, they're more aggressive and more dangerous. So that's... fucking... Come on, you bastard. Morrowind combat, everyone. Not all criticism of it is warranted, but some of it is. I haven't been this way before. I am going to make a confession now. I have actually, I've got a little map with me. Sort of a thing you might not notice as it is off screen. But basically it's so I do not get lost, because, well, that wouldn't be very interesting to see. Nisintu. Okay, he wanted to be in this video too. Nisintu. He has me. Oh, and a spear, so fuck you. Oh, he had a chitin spear, that's pathetic. I just love like how much of a gulf there is in this game, because like at the very start you're helpless. Further on in the game, like midpoint onwards, you're just like charging through these dungeons. Just I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. He has a copy of Vvardenfell.
Surrender your life to me and I will end your pain.
Oh wow. Just surrender to me and I'll end your pain, she yells. And I have a spear, so I don't even have to hear her finish the sentence. Expensive things, water breathing. Well, that's just Morrowind for you. In the game of Morrowind, there are two possibilities. Either you win, or you lose. Plenty of water breathing stuff. And Fae Falcon. Yeah. I'm not going to be reading that just now. I'm limiting myself to things that actually matter in the game. Bunch of magical rings. What do we have? Oh hey, locksplitter. Thief ring, not very useful, but can sell it. What was the other one? Hawkshaw ring. That's the one I purchased. Transcendent wisdom. That's for nothing major. Soul pinch damages magic. I don't know. I feel like with mages, it makes a lot more sense just to kill them. And some dwarven weapons. They're going to be very heavy and not very expensive for their weight, so we'll just not get those. Hex charm. Basically useless. Grand soul gem. These are extremely valuable. And unless you have certain things, you can't actually, well, how do I put it? You can't really purchase them most of the time. Not unless you have the expansion, is what it's called. Oh, I lose my place and I'm not even reading things. That's just the kind of thing you need practice for. Scroll of healing, that's useful. Okay, what's this? Sleep amulet drains fatigue, but not very much. as always, how do I put this? Hardcore drugs have a good resale value on the internet. Or so Shade has told me. That fiendish rascal. And they have a fish. Can I archery you? Well, that's a unique sound for being fired underwater, but I don't seem to be doing any good. Alright, I don't have so much in my pockets, so I'm gonna practice my magic. Now, I don't know if you've ever played the previous games, viewer, but the thing about sort of magic in these games is like there's two approaches to it. Too complex. Interesting. What have we got here? Not very useful, but valuable. Dwarven spear? We already have one. Gemstones are good. But yeah, the two approaches to magic in these games, one is the one I'm using, where it's like, you cast spells as you need to, and just... Whoa, what? Hang on, I'm being bumbled. Which is not really something I should be doing. I was told that this was a bumble-free zone. And yeah, the alternative way to practice your magic is to create a very small, easy to cast spell. Something that has an extremely limited, like, effect, which lowers the cost. And then you can have, like, this training spell and just cast it 1,000,000 times and go to sleep and cast it 1,000,000 times. And, you know, that's the optimal way, I would say. But I just don't feel like that's necessary, at least with this run. It's trapped as well. I was about to say, wonder what's gonna be in here. Will it be last month's, you know, granola sandwich and a used condom? And that was, well, mistaken, I'm gonna say. Fortified agility. Resale value. Shine worth anything? No. Launcher's belt. Not useless. I can use. If you're dying to know, you know, the precise weight of everything and learn that for yourself, there's pretty much no alternative to just playing the game for yourself, because I am not going to be showing that. It is too dull even for me. That's it? Okay. This dungeon was a little bit silly. The thing about shocks is that they can cast fire spells, and that's depending on your type of character. That might be trouble. Although my character is a Dunmer, so he has this 75% resistance to fire. And since this is Morrowind, where the Dunmer are the natives, well, you're going to be facing a lot of enemies with this type of fire resistance, so if you're going to cast destruction spells, fire spells are not really the optimal way to go. Even worse is trying to cast frost magic on Nords, because I'm pretty sure their resistance to that is 100%. And, you know, speaking as a Nordic type person, I am not immune to cold. Morrowind's not a realistic simulation of what Scandinavia is actually like. Shocking, I know. Okay. I remember the direction saying something about Moloch Mar, so let's go in that direction. I have contracted what? Ash Chankra. Drains personality by 40%. And that might have a negative impact on my mission, because remember I'm supposed to persuade them to pay their bills. And if I have literally 0 personality, that's going to be difficult. I'm going to take a chance on this here too. Oh my lord. Don't mind me, oh. That oh shit. Well, I signed up for this. I came in for a blessing and I find Daedra. Oh yeah, just gonna rest here a minute. He's got... Okay, key discern 2, lovely. Veteran Watchman Helm, that's bodacious. Empty... Psst. Hey, friend. That wasn't so bad. Pound meat emerald. Don't mind me, I'm just checking this lovely, lovely tomb. Don't think I'll be eating their crab meat. Do you guys not have a shrine? I could really use one. God's sake, would you believe it? Looks like someone was conjuring Daedra. That's, gee, I wonder where those Daedra went. Do you know where the Daedra went? Mr. Surly Face, man. No? That's useless. That's useless. An iron cuirass. Wow. Wow. That's literally it. Neat. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the iron cuirass. So that's definitely what I was looking for in here. Oh yes, Iron Queer is something so shitty. I have not picked it up. Even at the start of the fucking game. I'm mad about that. Well, at least the music's upbeat. I'm totally getting in the wrong direction, I think. I don't think I'm going to try the water out. Just something about it doesn't look right. This is where my passive wildlife mod is coming back to bite me. I just assume the animals are passive, and then they get in, you know, the first 3 hits on me. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Hello, Crowley. I'm not sure I fully agree with your assessment of the docilityness of the lovely cliff racers in these parts. I did bring a gun, but as it turns out, I cannot hit, well, anything. So, I'm good at planning. Definitely. Honestly. Fully. Totes. But hey, at least I'm gathering a merry collection of thorns. Chicks love it when you bring them thorns, right? Sorry, babe. I already ate the rose, but I saved you the juicy thorns. Hopefully now you will agree to pay my tab at the pizza place. Yeah, for whatever reason, the lava pits just rumble. Alright, Mount Ken, Pelagi, Vivek. Do you hate how I'm pronouncing everything? So do I. It seems so much more natural when you're just reading it soundlessly in your mind. I've contracted hell joint. Oh boy. Let's see what else I've got. Yeah. I've got Ash Chankra, which destroys my personality, literally 0. Hell joint lowers my agility and speed. Wow, I can feel it too. Give the lava a hug. All these health tips and more when you buy my book. It's definitely not a part of some pyramid scheme. Hello. I was just wondering, like, is there a fire now? I don't recall there being fires. Oh, biggie, that was just a flame astronaut. And that's just hissing. A fire fern. What do you give the man who has everything? Oh, how about a fern that spontaneously combusts his possessions, allowing him to experience the joy of stoicism and ascetic living. Trying to remember what was in there. As I recall, it was nothing good. Fucking hell. Behold, J.K. Rowling's depiction of Jewish people. In our totally not bizarre and kind of hateful universe. I think I'm gonna adjust my laptop a little bit and read all the nonsense that a certain someone is filling my chat with. Build a man a fire, he will be warm for a day. Set a man on fire, he will be warm for a lifetime. I paraphrased bits and pieces. Maybe someday I'll figure out how to put the chat on the video itself, or stream itself. This morning I set my video editor of choice to stitch together 2 pieces of our previous stream. It finished literally 12 seconds before I started the stream. Yeah, that was my reaction too. Little groan and keeling over dead. Apparently I'm surrounded by enemies, until I'm not. Alright, so a lot of people get lost on this one. Let's see. Yep, Punavi. This is the place that a lot of people cannot find. However, I am totally messed up by lots of nasty things, so what we're gonna do is mark. Is mark. Is mark. Is mark. Fuck's sake. And I can't rest because enemies are nearby. That's and I can't rest here because enemies are nearby. Right, guys, let's try to find the nearest settlement and get bit in the ass from a cliff racer. I will officially sign my autograph onto your fucking intestines while you are still alive and watching, little birdie. That sounded so much better in my head. I sound like such a doofus. Right. You guys just put your hand up if you see any nice little settlements where I could get some delightful bits of healthcare done. Oh wait. Now I can rest, so now we can try again. I think my casting chance is about 20%. Does mysticism hook into personality? Let's see. No, it hooks into my willpower, which is not especially impressive. Haven't increased it once. Come on. And mark. And mark. Now to find my blood pressure medication. All I have is alcohol. I'm sure that'll do. Right, let's teleport away from here. Back to Palmora. Oh, and because I'm part of the temple, I get a discount. Still diseased though. Righto. Wonder if I can sleep here. I am a layman, so. Oh. In your dream, a tall figure with a golden mask greeted you, saying, "There are many rooms in the house of the master. Be easy, for from the hands of your enemies I have delivered you." It seemed you had died and could not see... It seemed you had died and could see yourself laid upon a table lit by candles. But with your own hands you touched the figure, and the figure drew breath, opened eyes, and rose from the table. Then the room was gone, and the world filled with light, and you awoke. Alright, no one's here to kill me, right? So I can sleep now? I'm being cyberbullied in my dreams. Someone please help. You dreamed that a tall figure with a golden mask spoke to you again, but you understood not a word. He smiled and seemed pleasant, but when he reached to touch you, it terrified you, and you tried to escape, but you couldn't move. You tried to cry out, but you couldn't make a sound. The figure kept smiling and talking, but you felt sure he was trying to cast some sort of spell on you. When you woke, you couldn't recall how the dream ended. No one's trying to kill me, right? Right. Now I can sleep. Alright, no assassins. No charming lads from the Dark Brotherhood come here to offer their opinions and suggestions. And ring my fucking bell. You know what? Before I cast Recall, I'm just gonna drop off the less useful items here. Excuse me. Don't need that, don't need this. Clearly use this with the frickin' crossbow, so that we can leave that. Don't need reflection. Restore health might be useful. We don't need booze. I woke. It says so right there. Obviously, that is your problem. I don't know, man. Seems to me like I have a lot of problems. Oh yeah, and if you want water breathing, I made some liquid oxygen. I'm not sure how that helps, but maybe someone knows. I don't think I need 2 sets of water breathing. Potion of jump. Restore magic. Yeah, that's obviously useful. I'm not gonna need any ingredients. I'm just doing this now because, well, I do all the inventory sorting and whatnot when the stream ends. I just figure dropping it off here means we can do more adventures before we need to go back. Don't need books. Don't need to impress the ladies. Do I have tools? I do. Consumables, apparel, right. Okay, I think we're... Oh, wait. I probably have a ton of scrolls I won't need. Yep. should be good. Let's see if we can actually cast recall. Yeah. Okay, first try. Round of applause. Yes, thank you. Thank you all. Right. Let's get out our persuading spear. Don't worry guys, I have 34 personality. This should be a piece of cake. What do you want? Let's be nice and open up with a bribe. Will you leave me alone if I give you the 2,000 septims? I cannot leave my research unattended. Yes. Here, take the gold and leave me to my work. I would advise you leave here now. We are engaged in very serious research here, and if you disturb my colleagues, they may not be very understanding. Hey.
How wonderful.
Fine with me.
Welcome.
Thank you. Chat writes applause. So that was one half of our mission. I can already see where the next part is going to be at. Gonna harvest these guys. Psst. Hey. Excuse me, I don't talk to people I don't like. Well, fuck you then. This is a battle of attrition that you can't win.
I don't like you much.
Okay, that's very artful of you. As we can see, a lot of this stuff is owned, so let us not break the law. She doesn't like me, she doesn't like me. What is with this place? What is this? Okay, you're doing well for yourself. He doesn't like my attitude. He's a Telvanni. He's upset about abolitionists. He's a sorcerer. Alright, he doesn't have much of interest. Join us. If I agree to join, will you lead me into my research? Fine then, I will join the Magus Guild next time I'm in Balmora. Okay, neat. That was easy. Normally it's not going to be easy. I will explain why. So, a part of this game is bribery, as you've seen. Mercantile is very important for it, and my mercantile is 78. If you're wondering why it is so high, well, the trick is you just need to, well, sell each item individually.
I really don't want you around.
That's it. Because that means every single sale is an individual check. And if you're selling like a big pile of items, a large number of individual potions of the same type, you can slowly track and, you know, raise the price on them. And essentially that just means that you are finding the maximum price that you can get for it, and the game takes that into account. That guy's a jerk. Yeah, practicing sneak at low levels is nigh impossible. Just because you need a successful check to increase your sneak level. And if your sneak level is low, you will never get a successful check, thus locking you in unless you get training. One thing I learned while studying for, well, this playthrough, is that the price of training, that is also heavily dependent on mercantile. And that on its own is quite difficult to raise unless you know how. And I do know how. Alright guys, I have decisively to contract yet more fucking hell joint. That's fine. Hell joint. Whatever. Let's rest for an hour and increase our level. Let's see. Just gonna go with endurance, strength, and let's just get speed up to 100. I feel like my viewers would appreciate it. And if you're wondering why all of them are set to 4, I downloaded a mod to make it so that it's always times 4. Just, there's a way, you know, you can, if you play very effectively and efficiently and get everything just right, you can get times 5. But the amount of micromanaging you have to do to get that is, well, tedious. And since I'm demonstrating the game rather than playing it for my own sake, I figured times 4 would be a reasonable compromise. Trying to, like, where the fuck is the entrance for this thing? Incidentally, Crowley, if you're at any point interested in modding out Morrowind to the same degree that I have, I'm absolutely serious. I will help you do that. How do you do, good sir? He's from House Redrum.
I suppose you're looking for a tavern. I'm sure I can't help you.
I was kind of hoping for more of a fight from him, but okay. I guess he is not hostile enough, and I'm a little unsure about initiating a fight with him. Just tends to be in this game, it's like, if they actively attack you, then it's very unlikely that it will be a bad thing to dispatch them. If I move down this path here, I should find... Well, I think it's going to be called Suran, but I'm not entirely sure. Hello, little birdie. Panda's Ancestral Tomb. Ore, level 10. I can pick that. I said I can pick that. Game's fucking testing me out. Ah, great, one of these idiots. Skeleton champion. Very impressive. Well, so far this dungeon is just kind of filled with not all that much. Dwarven spear, also not very interesting. Let's see behind door number 3. Well, it's not a new car, that's for sure. I remember when this guy wrecked my shit early in the playthrough. A skeleton. Look, do you have anything interesting in there, or do you just like want to haul this off? I didn't mean to pick that up. Or that. This is just garbage. Almost feels rude to complain this much about suboptimal treasure, but this really is the most disappointing too. And do you know what I notice especially? There's no temple shrine, so I cannot get healed of my fucking disease. I really ought to just commit to finding a fucking cure blight disease. And Crowley's recounting how you grind armor level, which is just stand in front of a hostile enemy and let him whack away at you for half an hour. And it does work, even if it is tedious. That's also a good way to practice your armoring skill. Just find an enemy, walk up to him with 50 hammers in your pocket, and wait. If memory serves, we'll have a right turn up here, and that will lead over a bridge. Nope. Instead we have a frost astronaut and a friend. You can probably see at this point, like, how bad the delightful little friendship birds are getting. Empty, of course. Got some of the most valuable items in the game as part of his, like, creature drop. And he drops nothing. Can someone explain to me why this Daedric Shrine is guarded by elites of all things? practically be expecting, like, dude has throwing stars. That's amazing. Dude is not very good at pattern recognition. What was your deal? Did any of his knives? No, they all disappeared. Of course.
Where's that slave? Here not long ago.
There is no escape!
Is that so? Kind of curious what's in here, so we're just gonna take a look. I gotta say, my character has definitely gotten more formidable as the game has gone on. Is there a way down, or do I have to jump? Because I feel hesitant to trust gravity. I mean, we've had a bit of history with that around here. Alright, time to activate the anti-gravity field. How do you do, friend?
This is fighting.
Now this is fighting.
Is it though? Oh, my spear ran out. How embarrassing. Alright, where'd she go? Okay, the guy went hard. Okay, that was interesting. Not the most formidable sort, but they could easily, like, if that had gone slightly more against me, I would have definitely been forced to use a lot more healing items than I did. So let's just look around. She has a book. How nice. No statue, I'm noticing. Yeah, technically that would be... Okay. Technically that would definitely be fighting. Nice table, guys. Part of me just wants to headcanon that they play D&D there. Oh, let's just look at this. What should we smuggle? Oh, how about some, like, cheap iron weapons that aren't worth the weight? Why, yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. Might as well sleep while you have the chance. That's one of those rules for traveling. Use a bathroom if you find it, because you don't know when you might not have access to one for a while. And try to sleep while you're traveling, because who knows. You might not end up in a situation where that will not be possible for some time. What the okay, that guy was a lot more aggressive than he usually is. Ebony. Soundtrack indicates that the threatening enemies have all been dispatched. Oh hi, are we friends?
There's someone watching me.
You're an
I can
unclean
tell.
outlander. Get away from me.
Go away, diseased creature.
You're not very nice. Glass helmet, glass halberd, Daedra hard, emerald, yada yada. And this is the statue of Moloch Ball. Let's he doesn't have anything to say to me.
Go away, diseased creature.
Okay. What if I kill her?
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
She's not. She doesn't seem to be taking damage. That's cheating. Overburdened. Oh look, the nice man hurt my strength. I have anything to counter that. Well, that countered some of what I had. I really need to get myself a thing for restoring strength. Okay, the ebony mazes are 12,000 each. We're keeping those. Dwarven halberd, not so much. He's not any more talkative. I mean, there's something up there. I'm gonna try using some of this stuff here. Yes, I do know I have stuff to cast levitation with. Oh, jackpot. One of the nice things with these mods, it tells you how much is left on your, like, light. And it's trapped. Spoiled cure disease potion. Is that anything I can use? It's for common disease. Of course it is. Oops. Bad laptop. Please do not go into sleep mode. Does this every stream and I never learn. What else do I have? Conjuration. I have so many things that cure this, that, and the other. But of course, it's never going to be something where it's specifically what I need. Tedious. I'm just gonna check. Yeah, there's nothing else special here. Catch. Alright, before I proceed, it's about the time I need to take medication for the evening, so I will be back in a moment. 4 minutes at most, I'd say. And I'm back. Alright. Let's see what else we can do here. Just very rapidly checking that no one's attacking me. Not that I did anything naughty. I can drop that. Or you're not dropping that. Cool. Right. Let's see what we can do here, because I'm a little unsure. Is there anything over there? Doesn't seem like it. Kind of curious if water walking would work on that. Oh wow. Hey guys, check out my amazing textures. I guess this is a limitation of what you can do with modding, but yeah, that's not well aligned. You know, the fact that they're sending Golden Saints after me is a bit concerning, at least for me. Because Golden Saints are, well, they're essentially the go-to thing with quite powerful souls. You might wonder, well, what does that mean? Well, the thing about it is that they you can get a spell to summon a Golden Saint, and that spell will be incredibly valuable. Oh hey, listen. The music is very ominous all of a sudden. Is there parts of this that we haven't explored? I feel like we came from over there, right? And it says that there's a door here. I guess I'd be upstairs. And the map doesn't... Okay, it does register that. Huh, well... I'm gonna go outside and mark this dungeon as cleared. I guess we do have time to murder this guy. Sorry, hunt. We're gonna hunt this guy. Rest in peace. In my head, that guy's name was Mike Hunt. So, we have fulfilled our mission, so let's head on back. I'm gonna indulge myself in a bit of divine intervention. And we teleported to Molech Mar. That's interesting. I guess we can look around here while we're here. Largely because we're not gonna be here a whole lot. Just need a shrine to restore my everything. Where's the closet you people put the shrine in?
The freshest ingredients in town.
I don't know why I found that funny. It's just like, please, I am here for salvation. Well, would you like to buy some eggs instead, maybe? No? Are you for fucking real that this temple doesn't have a shrine? Pleased to meet you, Diomedes. I am Saraz Relu. This is Molech Mar. This outpost is maintained by the temple for pilgrims and temple warriors. Apart from the ordinators and bouillon homages here, everyone is either a pilgrim or a tradesman or a craftsman serving the pilgrims. Is there something I can do for you? Sure fucking hope so. Look. The sky is unfucking believable. It's gonna sell me the restore everything goddamn spells. Hell yeah. Cause and we also have these. Cure blight disease. Well, this turned into a very good place to stop. Well, not the stream, but just like coming in here was the best thing that's happened to me in quite some time in this game. Now we're just gonna rest up and start casting spells on ourselves.
Go ahead.
I'm a poet, truly.
Outland, what do you want?
I want bed. Do you have bed? Will you share? No? Well, then we have a problem. Unless I drink one of my potions, which, you know, is a special occasion. I think I'll do so. Let's wait an hour, and then we're gonna restore strength. We're up to 82 again. Yeah, the bastards out there who can like harm your attributes. Those guys are dangerous, and we just massively reduce the amount of threat that they pose to us. This guy can give you quests for the temple, but I'm not interested in that right now. I kind of wish I could slaughter you and free all of you, but alas. I remember you. I remember you.
I suppose it is my duty to help those less fortunate than myself.
I was absolutely sure this guy was a trainer of some sort. I guess not. Let's have a look in here. Hello, Lambda. Welcome, welcome. I got done stabbing 1,000,000 people, so I decided to come here to the temple for some smithing. Nice
Speak,
outfit.
traveler.
What do you have to offer? Not very much, it looks like. And I can't really sell him much in the way of the stuff we found. I mean, the ebony maces alone, that's 12 grand. This guy has 1,200. I guess I could buy some hammers.
Good fortune.
I guess not.
Speak, traveler. You may speak.
Okie dokie.
Do I know you?
Speak, traveler.
This guy offers train. Aha. See, this is the guy I remember. Okay, so, the reason why this is important, this guy is a master trainer. Normally the game wouldn't, really be telling you any of this. But yeah, a master trainer can train you all the way up to level 100. For a long blade, this guy is, quite useful.
Do I know you?
Speak, traveler.
I just know I have vague memories of this place, and I know it's extremely important, but like the stuff that I know I should be remembering is not coming to mind. I do know this is the place where you get one of the hardest temple quests, but since we're not doing that right now, I guess we should just head back to Balmora. Luckily, there's a bit of public transportation over here that'll accommodate us. Time to do some slow falling. Please let me. Thank you. Whee! Did you see my sick jump? She did not have anything to tell me about that. Fair enough. Must be an ignorant foreigner or a no-skater. So I'd say that went reasonably well. I did not get lost on a quest that most people regard
We make a
as
special trip just for you. Same low
kind of
price.
impossible to do, just for how easy it is to get lost in it.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
I wish you would stop saying that. Phew. Right, I am gonna have to drop off a bunch of items over at the residence of Caius Cassans because I do have an idea of where I could be selling some of the items I found, but I regard that as chores, so that's going to be handled off stream. Hello. This is just a matter of, like, knowing what to pick to drop, and I think I've done it.
With pleasure. Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Are you now? I think once we've turned in this quest, I'm gonna see what the next Mage's Guild quest is, and once that's done, I will do some more of the
Speak quickly.
main quest. That'll be something. Jesus Christ. Okay. I am a sleeper, one amongst thousands. I bring you a message. Dagathor calls you, Diomedes, and you cannot deny your lord. The sixth house is risen, and Dagoth is its glory. What? Okay, let's get off on the right ground, yeah. This guy may be a maniac, but he's susceptible to bribes. Tell me about Dagathor. He is the lord and father of the mountain. He sleeps, but when he wakes, we shall rise from our dreams, and shall sweep our land clean of the Enwa. Why have you denied him? As Lord Dagoth has said, all shall greet him as flesh or as dust. Alright. The sixth house, the sleeping house, House Dagoth, the house of Lord Dagoth. He's going in circles. The true house, the one house to welcome all true Dunmer and drive the Enwa from our land. Rejoice and come join us. Come to Red Mountain and prepare the way for his coming with a special meal of chicken nuggets with a large drink. Tell me about latest rumors. The Lalu and Tilbani have been fighting over Ordinian for years. Well, good for you.
The sixth house is risen, and Lord Dagoth is its glory.
That's nice, dear. That was interesting. Let's see. He wrote down his bizarre dreams, and I spoke with one who called himself a sleeper and said a bunch of weird shit. Yeah, so regarding the sleepers, you do not want to talk to them all that much, because if you do, they will turn hostile, and well, that's going to result in pointless bloodshed, because there is a way to cure them of their affliction. Did you sell anything interesting? Oh right, I sold you 1,000,000 things, and now finding what I need to is gonna be next to impossible. Let's see here. Lots of spoiled things, potions of recall, marking. Potions of recall and marking, I love that. Is there a particular reason to drop stuff on the ground instead of stuffing them in an unowned container? Not really. It's just I can't find one inside of this room, and putting stuff on the ground in the relevant shop tends to be how I personally organize it. It's not the most efficient way. I guess we should join a great house and get ourselves a stronghold, because, well, I have decided regarding that, and I will be doing House Lalu, so I may as well, to be honest with you. One of my custom potions. I brewed a potion of drain speed, so naturally I named it Glue. Time to get naked for Uncle Crassus. I'm gonna pretend I don't know what that means, because it'll make me feel better about myself. Also, I'm waiting until it's daylight, not because of any, like, specific advantage, but it should cause the dreamers to not talk to me. And that's a great way to avoid me getting a heart attack. Because nothing's quite so, like, unsettling at times, like a little jump scare. I forgot what I was doing. Didn't I? Yeah, I did. Mage's Guild is not based in Caius Cassad's house, regrettably.
Wealth beyond measure.
How about a big jump scare instead? How about no?
Hail, friend. My finest magics are at your disposal.
May I help you?
Join us. Good work, Diomedes. Maybe it'll give us some info on the Telvanni. I suppose I should find something to give you for your efforts. Here, take these spare potions. And did you get her guild dues? Yes. Yes. Good work, Diomedes. You are the first journeyman to get Manway to pay her dues. I knew I could rely on you. Yes, you did. Duties. An Argonian at the South Wall Corner Club is offering training in restoration without the sanction of the guild. I want someone to stop his unsanctioned training. I have word. Yeah. Time to ruffle the Argonian. Do you like my movement style? I call it the Bishop. Because I'm not moving forward at any point. Out of my way. Coming through. Need to harass Argonians.
Fresh game.
You're a new face, so what can I tell you about Balmora? I'd like to swap the latest rumors when there's something juicy enough to gossip about. Or maybe if you have a little secret, maybe I have one to trade. Unsanctioned actually, let's bribe him first. People are much nicer when they've been bribed. What if, hypothetically, you were to return to Rana's Athros and tell her I agreed to stop any unsanctioned training? And suppose that if you did that, I decided to offer training to my good friend Diomedes. Okay. Very well, I will offer you training after you've reported back to Ranas. Perfect. I actually don't know if I'm gonna be yelled at. I gotta say, I'm a lot more happy with my movement speed at this point in the game. You really are slow at first, but quite frankly, you move considerably faster than you do in later
You
games.
flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Have you taken care of that Argonian? Yes. Good, we can't offer just, or allow anyone. We can't allow just anyone to offer training in magic. Indeed. One more duties. The scholar Ephemeral needs an escort to Pelagide, but I want his notes. He's just arrived in Balmora and doesn't know his way around. He wants to be escorted to the halfway tavern in Pelagide. I don't care if he makes it or not, Diomedes. I just want a copy of his notes. He should be waiting at the 8 plates. You are such a mean person, Ranus. Mean. You understand? Right. 8 plates. What is, that's a tavern, right? Eight plates. Should be, no, that's lucky. Council Club. coffin.
Do I know you?
Probably. 8 plates. Eternal. But first.
All right, then.
Mathera.
Whoa. 57 salt rice. Yeah, I'll just gonna buy this for my school project. You here to guide me to Pelagide? Just tell me if you want to travel together. Sure, but first, no money. Notes. I can't give my notes to just everyone. Perhaps after I arrive in Pelagide. Sure. Follow me. Alright, Pelagide, that's here. This is such a strange quest for me. Because, okay, he moves at a reasonable speed. Oh, calm down. So the strange thing about this quest, right? The route between here and there. Maybe 2 enemies, maybe. Not of any, like, significant threat. Meanwhile, I was out in the fucking, you know, Badlands earlier. I got fucking assailed by Daedra. I got bumbled by some pretty powerful wizards. I don't even know how many diseases. Thank God I brought my malaria pills. And then after that you get a mission like this where it's just like, yeah, guide this idiot to a safe city in the south. That guy's a wuss. He's almost as fast as I am. Well, would you look at that? A wild guar. Just standing around, eating grass. The guars are basically like pack animals. Think of it like a llama or a goat. Or maybe a mule, but in any case, it's not especially amazing in combat. Incidentally, there was like a bit in the notes I found quite interesting with regards to how fast items can respawn at various points on the map. It seems by default the only way to set, you know, the duration of time between items potentially respawning in a container or a plant was just X number of months. No days or hours. Nope, always months. I see our destination. You know, for a bookworm, this guy sure runs good. Keeps in shape. Thank you for taking me to Pelagade. You are an excellent guide. Alright. Your notes. You have been a very gracious escort, or you have been very gracious to escort me to Pelagade, and you show great promise for a journeyman. I've never met anyone with such enthusiasm for my research. Take this copy of my notes as a sign of my gratitude. I have no interest in seeing the rest of Vvardenfell, but I appreciate your offer. Well, isn't that nice of him?
Oh, greetings. How do you do? May we talk?
No. Right. If I remember this correctly, never mind, I don't. Let's check the shops here, see if you have anything. Yeah, it's not really anything. What about you? He has a Dwemer Coherer, the most dangerous item in the game. Guessing I got rid of it. Giving it to this idiot. Not really much in the way of items, though. Still need to get some training into
Come on, I haven't got all day.
get some training into marksmanship. Just it's a very nice weapon to have if you can indeed figure out how to use it. Unlike me. Right, I think Sadanin would be a good destination. Let's put on our boots. Switch to local and go the familiar route. That sound of the footsteps. Yeah, you want fast travel? Well, this is basically just as good. Can't even see the bits and pieces loading in on the map. And if we take the boots off here, we should be at the platform. Yep. Back to Balmora.
Why walk when you can ride?
It's good exercise. Gotta level up your athletics if you want to be taken seriously. Oh, before we hand in the quest, we should probably hand over the notes. Notes on the persistence of oblivion streams. By Etermerol. The variable flow of daedrons in oblivion streams can have profound effects on the magica potential of various locations. Magica use often causes effects on the streams themselves. By reconfiguring the polarity of the daedron fields, it is possible to manipulate and trace the streams in the following cases. Open bracket, the notes go on about the subject for some time. Close brackets. Okay, that's above my head.
Hail, friend.
Yeah.
Finest magics are at your disposal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Do you have the notes? Yes. I believe Tashpi Ashibal in Margan has been practicing necromancy. Right, Tashpi lives in Margan. She's the one who's been practicing necromancy. Oh yeah? Well, there's a certain orc in this building who may have had something to do with that. Find Tashpi Ashibal in Margan and kill her. The Mages Guild cannot tolerate necromancers. Does this lady, like, go a single day without just, using the phrase, kill them? What's your rank? No, you may not. Fine. Just gonna grab some of those. Spells do you have? Training. What about you? Also not much. Mysticism. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to... We're getting mysticism training now, because I'm just about done not being able to teleport around everywhere.
To peruse my spell.
I feel bad for the angelic choir that I'm accompanied by. And of course I can't train it further because of my willpower. Fine. That's fine. Hello, orc. Let's see. Nothing major there. Can't really do much there either. What do you know of the false incarnate? The temple refers to any demented impostor who claims to be the Nerevarine as the false incarnate. The temple treats such persons as insane, and ordinators pursue and imprison them for their own protection. The temple have reported that the most recent false incarnate, a girl child named Peakstar, has died, but they've produced no body, and skeptics are suspicious of temple claims. Who knows, maybe we'll find Peakstar. The most recent case of a person claiming to be the Nerevarine is a girl child named Peakstar. After a long period of searching unsuccessfully for her, the ordinators recently reported that Peakstar is dead. That may be true, but I haven't heard that the temple has offered any convincing proof that she's dead. Interesting. Do you have duties? Speak with Ajira. I don't know. She takes credit for my work.
Have you any news?
Right. Let's level up. Actually, we're gonna need... Where's the beds? Here they are. Endurance. Speed. Strength. I'm a terrible mage. Huh. Hang on, have I mistakenly... Okay. There's a way with the mods where you can basically unlimit this, but I do not play with that because it's unnecessary, let's just say. But yes, endurance is now at 100, which is good because that means we get the maximum amount of health increase. And in case anyone is curious, I started out with 50 health, so we've already made quite a bit of progress on that score.
Good to see you. Do you need my services?
Had to check up on Ajira. Asking about the bet with Galbadia. Ajira won the bet. Ajira does not forget your help. I already brought her flowers. For a school project, of course. Of course. Stolen reports. Ajira remembers all the good things you've done for her. Do you have anything special? Could probably do with most of the time, it is profitable to just buy ingredients and refine them into potions. Most of the time. I don't know if I emphasized that last phrase enough times. Sure hope I did. Right. Tashpi Ashibal is a necromancer. I don't know, is she? Just sort of trying to avoid Crazy Boy over there. Because if you speak to them enough times, eventually they'll, like, snap and begin attacking you. And, well, I kind of prefer to cure them if possible. I do see my character as a good person, even if they do kill an awful lot of people. It's just in self-defense. Just like the Vietnam War or something. That's definitely smart to say. I will have no corrections on that whatsoever, I think. Definitely. Hey, so now that I've received some training in mysticism, let's test how much of a difference it'll make. Mark.
How wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
Nice. Hello, X-Fire. No, this is default vanilla, modded vanilla, Morrowind.
I have the finest spirit.
I am familiar with Open Morrowind, but I prefer it like this. And we're off. She doesn't have anything. Righto. I believe this will be our first ever visit. Our first ever visit to Aldrune. This is the seat of House Redoran. That's the Fighters Guild. Guess I'll ask this guy what's up. Oh, he's a pauper. Poor person. Someone in particular. I don't know. She lives in Margan. Oh. Do I have a mod list? I don't have one ready, but I suppose for next time I could, I should probably just throw it in as a description thing. But, yeah, I don't really have one handy, so, sorry about that.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Well, isn't that grand? I guess one thing I can show you is, the mod config. Have the music system, ownership indicator, quick loot tooltips, UI expansion, weapon sheathing. Just as an example, like the quick loot thing is probably my favorite little bit from this particular playthrough, just because, you know, it's a lot more handy to just have the Fallout 4 style loot menu. Right, so now we're in Margan. Let us see if we can find Tashi. Last house on the right, before the shrine. Okay. The shrine would be that big thing there, so that would be here. Tashi. kind of class am I playing? Custom class. If you want to see my major and minor skills, here they are. Alchemy, spear, light armor, short blade, restoration, unarmored, alteration, armorer, athletics, and enchant.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Ah, lady, I have had orders to massacre you. I'm doing the Mage's Guild for now. I have become quite proficient at bribing people. Because, you know, that's a skill. So, I'm confronting Tashpi about Mage's Guild accusations that she's a necromancer. Necromancy? I am not a necromancer. Who said I was a necromancer? It was my boss. Oh, I see. I refused to join the Mage's Guild. I chose to practice healing among my people away from the politics of the guild. Since I was a Belothi and not well-born like Rhaenys, well, it's not important now. Maybe I know a way out of this situation. Well, I kind of think Rhaenys is a colossal jerk, so I'm gonna hear at this out. If Rhaenys has held a grudge this long, it would be best for me to leave for the mainland. There are plenty of towns that could use a healer. Tell Rhaenys Athris that I am dead. I will leave Vvardenfell, and Rhaenys need never know. Sure, I don't like Rhaenys, so you can go. Very well. I will leave for the mainland once I get a few things together. Report back to Rhaenys that I am dead. Will do. I just remembered what's in this town, and it's, oh boy. I know what I'm doing next. First we save, and, let's see what's up with this shrine. The Magic Rock of Margan. It's, oh man, it's not even like a decorated rock. You know, you would think there was like, oh yeah, this thing will look super special. No, it's just a big rock. Does it do anything? No. Can I touch it? Here Mehrunes Dagon held this rock high above the Dunmer. Vivek taunted Mehrunes Dagon, so that Dagon threw the rock at Vivek instead of the people. That's just going along with that, you know, long tradition of pagan deities just being like fucking children, basically, like utterly immature and just pulling pranks. Yeah, you might notice this guy here. He's definitely a person who is in this room. I think I'll leave the gold.
Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
This is Margan, Diomedes, and I am Tralas Rendas. Lots of pilgrims come here to visit the temple shrine. Is there anything you need? Margan. Margan is a Redronic mining village in the northern ashlands north of Alrune, close to Foyada Banidad, the ghost vents on the plains beneath Red Mountain. Monsters have been breaking through the ghost vents here and attacking the villagers. Fortunately, monster fighters have answered the call for volunteers and have come to protect Margan. Pilgrims of the Tribunal Temple come to visit Margan Tower Shrine, where Lord Vivek outwitted the bad Daedra Lord Mehrunes Dagon. Blessings? Okay. Let's see. Temple, Tribunal, I'm basically just looking for something specific to the shrine, but he doesn't seem to have anything. Well, oh wait, maybe I should ask about Daedra since there's one in the room. No? Well, okay then. Do you have anything?
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Nope. Hey, you. Are you running the tourist office? If you are a pilgrim, read the inscription on the stupid rock. Okay. Your threats are weak like your flesh, mortal. Continue with your insults, mortal. I long to feast on your marrow. Ha! Fine words from one born from the wrong end of a gore. After the Daedra threatens to kill me and to befriend my corpse. And then he says, don't worry, I'll be gentle. Well, let's see if I can actually do this fight. Tee. Got your sword. Here, Mayroon Stagon held. Yeah. I completed the pilgrimage to the Shrine of Margan. That's a very dry way of phrasing the social interaction I just got. Yeah, let's summarize it as social interaction. That's definitely not brutally shorthanding it. What do you sell? Nothing major. And if you're curious, like, I do have a fair bit of money, and that's largely on account of my alchemy, which is a great way to make money. I'm also a bit, how does one put it? Thorough when it comes to grinding my mercantile skill. Alright, well, this place was lovely. Let us head back to Balmora. Because, quite frankly, I don't like it here. Or here. Actually, Alrune is a fairly large city. We haven't really explored it much. And, you know, there might be a bunch of services here. There's certainly a tourist attraction that I want to show you. The Outscar Inn. That's not it. Remember when I talked about the distinctive types of settlements in this game? Well, this is the capital of the Great House Redrun. And they quite literally live inside of a giant crab. Clothier, alchemist. Because, you know, why wouldn't you live inside of a giant crab? That is just where cool people hang out. Oh lord, let's not have crab battle. I don't think I can survive another round. Frost salts, that's good for restore magicka potions. So there are void salts. Oh, we can grab some of those. Not especially cheap, but let's see if we can lower the price a bit there. We don't really need to do more levitation potions.
Care to tell me what this is about?
Is that how you address all your customers? Good lord. Crab dance. Now that is more acceptable. I believe that is the favored dance style of certain types of vampire. Something over there as well. Let's just make sure that... Yeah, okay. The shops on the upper floors are not really shops as such. They are the different mansions for the major parts of the Red Run faction. And most of them will refuse to interact with me because I'm not part of their house. He's an enchanter. Isn't that special? What have you got? Thunderfall, Ring of Wounds, Exhaustion, Lifestone, Heartstone, Grave Ward Amulet, Snowy Crown, Heart Wall. Just resists magicka, fortifies strength. The Last Wish. Poisonous Sword. Icicle. Icebreaker, Foe Burner. Not really much of interest there. Vitality, that's fine. Oh wow. That's essentially just an entire suit of bound armor. That would be extremely powerful. Except for, you know, the slight detail that I am not specialized in heavy armor, so I don't think that would do much of anything. And we can do enchanting. That is a little bit expensive, though. Right. Let me just make sure that we are... Okay, we have completed the tourism part of this particular visit. Back to Belmora. Unless they have other shops outside. They do. What the hell is that? Okay, that's interesting. Can't say I've seen that type of armor before. Well, I'm not playing a female character, so I don't think it would fit. Okay, she just sells adamantium. Yeah, with a, you know, price of 10,000. Definitely gonna be getting a lot of customers for that.
Let's do some business, shall we?
What have you got? Yeah, that's this seems to be a pawnbroker. I have no use for him. Someone selling clothes, that's also not useful. Bookseller, pawnbroker.
Okay, Outlander, but make it quick.
Oh. I know they tell me occasionally that they have work for me. I'm just not interested in that right now. I'm not committing to doing this settlement just yet. Because I'm going to have to go back and tell Aranus. Go back and... Good lord. Let's try again. Go back and tell Aranus that I totally did my mission.
Where
Yep.
is that slave?
Definitely a mission to me. You can tell because I do my missions. I'm trying to remember now. Was there a single mission of hers that I actually did the way that she, in her murderous ways, would have preferred? Because I feel a little bit ambiguous about that. Let me just move this right there. What does he sell? Sells some ghoul hearts. Tissue collected from the remains of an ash ghoul, servants of the 6th house. Huh. Well, that's fair. Just looking over these things, trying to see if there's anything that would be all that useful. Doesn't seem like it. And yeah, I can do missions for the temple here as well, but I feel like I'll do Alrune at some other point, because I feel like it's more sensible to the design of the settlements to, you know, do a settlement at a time. Certainly there'll be like later stage missions to do in Balmora and stuff like that, but this just seems like a settlement for later parts of the game.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
If you say so. I'm gonna wait until morning. Oh, Rannis. I only just realized something. I could have teleported back to Rannis, like, because I put the mark right here. Did you kill the necromancer? Yes. She is truly dead. You have done me, the guild, that is, a great service. These scrolls should help you deal with any other necromancers you find. Subtle. Oh. Someone said Larius Varro over at Fort Moonmoth is looking for you. Said he wanted to talk to you. Don't know what about. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, she's worried about a spy. Alrune Vivek Sadrith Mora. Talk to me about an incredible investment opportunity. Good lord. I suppose I do have money to invest, but still. Look for a spy in the Mages Guild of Alrune Vivek and Sadrith Mora. When you find the spy, report back to me. It is not necessary to take any action against the spy. What if he is sapping my sentry?
Welcome, friend.
What
we
then?
extend you our warm regards.
Just gonna grab that elm suit. Yeah, the Mages Guild supply chest. I think I mentioned earlier, like, it was supposed to get refilled once a month, and now it gets refilled basically instantaneously. Sharn's gonna tell me about the Mages Guild. She says, a rat's nest, unsound practices, slipshod scholarships, politics, lame reigns, and lunatics. But essential for research, and worthwhile for the discounts on services if nothing else. Marion Dren here, she's not so bad. Good intentions. And Edwina Elbert over in Alrune. interesting projects. A bit out of touch, perhaps, but sounded sensible. Yeah, the office politics is definitely interesting. She doesn't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. Well, that's fair. Tell me about Telvanni Spy.
Good to see you.
Tell
you
me
need my
about
services?
Telvanni Spy. Rannis is right about this one. Telvanni spies are everywhere. Well, well, well. How do you know that? Could it be that you are the one? Probably not. After all, I did help you with my or with your homework, I should say. Alrune, Vivek, Sandrith Mora. Let's start with Alrune.
If that creature visits again, I think I'll have choice words to say.
Is that a fact? She doesn't know about Telvanni spies. That door doesn't know about Telvanni spies. Alright, well, she doesn't know anything about it.
Good
Nor
to
does-
see you, Outlander. Searching for
Nor does
spells?
she. I gotta say, the user interface is quite good for this. Because, instead of needing to look every time, I can just see that it's grayed out, and that means that they have a reply that I've already seen.
What is it?
So I'm not really getting an impression that it is in Alrune that the problem's at. I don't know. What about you? Do you? You don't know anything about Telvanni spies. Sadrith Mora. Ah, this place is quite good. So you can see here, Sadrith Mora is quite a ways away from the rest of this. You'll be like, this particular region here is not the highest level, but it's certainly a lot of important things are there. Good place for ingredients, powerful enemies, high-level quests, and well, it's quite nice to have this place because you can just use Divine Intervention Scroll, and like in this entire zone, you get teleported pretty much to here, where you can just teleport onwards throughout the rest of the network. So it's
What was that about?
extremely useful.
I'm sure we can work out a fair price.
She doesn't know about the spies. He doesn't know.
All right, then. I'm listening.
Nor does he. Let's do last.
May I help you?
No, you may not.
Warm greetings, Outlander. Care to peruse my spells?
Skink and Tree Shade says, Telvanni spies. Yes, I suspect there is at least one. I do not know who or where. While Sadrith Mora may be the obvious target, I would try looking in Vivek. That is where guild decisions are actually made. He has services. Doesn't
well,
want my money, though.
what may I do for you?
What do you have? Spark Blade, poison damage and whatnot. Right God of the Horny Fist. Why, of course. Summon a Daedroth. That might be useful. I guess that's it.
Go ahead,
On to
I'm
Vivek.
listening.
Oh, what do you have? Nothing
I'm
wild.
sure we can work out a fair price.
Vivek.
What can I do for you today?
Okay, that's new. I ask about Talvani Spy, and she immediately goes, talk to Trebonius. Trebonius? Did he give you any duties? Oh, that's not so bad, I guess. He asked me to make an inventory of all the plates and bottles in Vvardenfell. I'll never get it done in time. Okay. I guess I should explain. Trebonius there, that's the leader of the guild. Hello, Trebonius. Have a bribe. Tell me about Talvani Spy. Why no, Diomedes. There are no Talvani spies here, and I would know if there were. I'm the Archmage, after all. Tiram Gadar, my Dunmer advisor, keeps an eye out for spies and that sort of thing. He's been of immense assistance, Diomedes. He helps me see the Dunmer side of every decision I make, and he came here with the highest credentials. Oh, I'm sure I have them around here somewhere. Oh yes, here you go, Diomedes, a letter from Okado himself. Let's have a look at this letter from Okado. He's actually a major character in the next one. To the esteemed Archmage Trebonius, the man delivering this letter is one Tiram Gadar. Though a Dunmer, he was raised in the Imperial Province. I recommend him as an advisor on the politics of the Dunmer and Vvardenfell. Sincerely, Okado, Imperial Battle Mage. So Okado spelled his own name wrong. He's also like the Imperial High Chancellor or something like that. So I think he would maybe put it like that instead of, you know, Imperial Battle Mage. And Crowley chimes in. Horny fist, if that's what you're into. I don't kink shame. I don't know, man. I would kink shame.
With pleasure. Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Oh. Right, I wasn't supposed to do that. That's why I quick save before every conversation.
With pleasure. Please, go
Welcome
ahead.
to Vivek
I'm all
Diomedes. I am Tiram Gadar. Are you looking for services in the Sacred City? Maybe I can help. Yes, those are my credentials. What about them? They look suspicious. If you don't stop making baseless accusations, I'll be forced to make a complaint to Trebonius, who is always willing to listen to your advice. Yeah, I'm gonna load again, just curious about this. Alright. So basically I got the dumbass credentials and
With pleasure. Please, go
oh,
ahead. I'm
this
all
time I remember. Let us recall. Zoom.
We are blessed, truly blessed. This is an honor.
Perfect frame to freeze on. Have you found the Talvani Spy? Yes, this is exactly the kind of proof I was looking for. Excellent work, Diomedes. It's a shame the guild is run by a scuttlehead with no sense of ambition like Trebonius. These credentials are the worst forgery I've seen in years. Even Okado's name is misspelled. Please take these scrolls and this dagger for helping the guild. Well, Xfire, you could look up the word fisting, but I don't recommend you do that, and I never recommended it. I've never even said the word aloud. Asking Ranas about the Guildmaster. Imperial Swit. He knows nothing of the Dunmer and even less of politics. When you're speaking with him, just nod your head and smile and then forget everything he said. Are you upset, Ranas? Dear Lord, I'm starting to like the guy. I've completed all the duties that Ranas has, and recommends I speak with Edwina in Aldrune or Skink in Sabrith Mora. Well, whatever happens, I hope she doesn't take it the way Ranas would probably do. Probably by telling the next person she meets, just like, oh, that person made a comment to me. Please have them killed if you can.
Magic is my speciality. How can I help you?
That was special. Right. Trying to think now, what should we do? What should we do? I think it is time we proceed with the main quest.
Magic is my speciality.
I wish that lady would stop telling me about her speciality.
I'm
No one
very
cares what you did in high school. It's not important. Right. Time to continue with the main quest. And if I remember correctly what is about to happen, I think we're gonna get truly into the wilderness. Ah, Crowley, don't diss the main quest. Quite frankly, it's my favorite one in any Bethesda game. Right, before we start with him, let us just see if there's any... Alright, I guess we should ask for orders. We need an Ashlander informant. I've heard of a fellow in Aldrune named Hasur Sain Subani, an Ashlander who left the Wastes to become a wealthy trader. They say the Ashlanders like to give and receive presents. Take these 100 drakes, find out what Zain Subani likes, and get him a gift. Then give him the gift, and see if he will tell you about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. Then report back to me. Well, okay then. I don't need to find my relatives, alright? They're big boys and girls at this point. They can manage. When did I... Holy crap. Oh my fucking word. Look at... Like, I totally missed what I was getting as a reward. I take everything negative back that I said about Randas. This is a fucking Daedric dagger. That's a kingly gift. Alright, let's drop that sword and, oh man. Does Soul Trap as well. We're gonna keep that with us. That's something. Oh man. Someday, someone's gonna have to clean this mess up. But it will not be today. Let's see here. I don't even want these. Summon Golden Saint. That's, yeah, Soul Drinker is useful, because, it casts Soul Trap, and basically that's... I should probably buy that spell at some point, but still, you can swap over to this thing if you see a particularly juicy target. And I do have a couple of Grand Soul Gems, so that's definitely something I'll be looking out for. I'm not gonna need shield, though. As for the rest, I think that's fine. Should probably repair my stuff before I go. Right. Right. Okay. Don't worry, incidentally, about all the mess and whatnot. My policy on these streams is that I try to do like quests and exploration and stuff that's interesting, and basically between streams I will put on a podcast and just sort stuff out, sell things off, do alchemy and whatnot. So I just figure that's the better way of like demonstrating the game, so
Why walk when you can ride?
hopefully it'll catch on. Think we were going to Alrune, right? Ashlander, yada yada. Wealthy trader in Alrune, right? Saint Subani. If he's a trader, he would naturally be in like a tavern, right? So, let us find a tavern. The Rat in the Pot. That does sound tavern-esque. Drotazer, Sodoro. Oh, I just remembered something. Yeah. That guy and...
Go ahead.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I remember, like, finding out online. It's like, I'm looking for someone, can't find them. And I'm just, like, going nuts, looking everywhere. Always missing this little partition. Because, you know, standing, like, here, you don't really see the colors much. Have I min-maxed my stats so far? Not really. Just because I am showing the game rather than playing it, I don't really feel the need to, you know, try to play... I don't feel the need to try to play it as a professional. So one of the things I installed was a mod that just fixes the attribute level up modifier to ×4. I could easily have set it to 5, but I figure 4, that's, that would mean that I'm paying at least somewhat of a price for my convenience. Tongue Toad. Alding. Estoril. Dula Grobuzga. I'm trying not to laugh at orc names, and I'm doing a terrible job of it. Look, do you know where this person is? Selling a guide to Alrune, that's the only thing he sells. Trains and fairly interesting stuff. Asking him about Peakstar, kind of surprised that he knows about it. Yeah, right. The temple says she's dead, but did they produce a body? I don't see no body. That's a fair point. I don't think our target is in that particular establishment. He doesn't know who we're looking for. She is a commoner and does not know the person we are looking for. Nobody has seen the body. Crowley made sure of that. Good job, Crowley. Glad to see someone's on the case.
Let's hear it.
I'm not gonna rat you out to the cops. The Alt Scar Inn. He's a guard. Lolos, Skeedle, Tundir, Merthieri Lilip.
What's this about?
Speak, traveler.
Azua Sain Subani. We have a winner. Finding this guy is a pain in the ass if you don't know about this little partition. He's gonna have a million things to say, isn't he? Right, let me do the talking. I am Hesur Sain Subani, Diomedes, May you bless and be blessed. I do not wish to be rude, but if you have business, speak it, for I am at leisure, and I would prefer to be alone with my thoughts. I am a retired trader. I am well traveled and a man of letters, but I am proud of my Ashlander birth and heritage. I see. You wish to learn of Ashlanders from me, and what is it you wish to learn? Let's start with the basics with this guy. What are their gift-giving customs? A curious question. A gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers, and affection amongst friends. Amongst strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for traders and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle, with great risks, for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver. What would be a thoughtful gift, then? Yes, a gift that shows you have taken the care to learn something of the receiver. For example, I love poetry. A stranger could be expected to know this, but a book of poetry given to me by a stranger shows the giver respects me and has made a special effort to know and please me. But now I have answered your question and would like some time to myself, if you will excuse me. That's fair. So, let's find some poetry, guys. Who knows, maybe I'll even read some aloud. Bartender. Let's see, he's a trader, wealthy one, has a room here, born in Ashlander. I could have asked the bartender about this. Hello, Shay.
Fresh game.
I just learned that some guy likes poetry, so we are off to find, well, some poetry in a book. How's the game coming along? Oh, just splendidly. I've done some missions in the Mages Guild. You know that lady that was really rude? She gave me a Daedric fucking dagger with enchantments and whatnot. I'm changing my opinion of her. I've also maxed out endurance, which took me long enough, but that's just how that is. Alchemy skills doing fine. I hope you're well, Shade. Could you remind me what game you're playing after, well, once you start? I figure I'll just
Traveler.
stop the stream once Shade starts his. Let's see here. The Wolf Queen. I don't know about that. The Long Dark. Super. Ah, I see a bookseller. Looking forward to the Long Dark. Welcome to All Room Diomedes. New here? If so, I can tell you what services are available and where. Since this is for the main quest, I think we'd better bribe him. Thrice. Everyone can always use some extra coin. What do you need? You are generous, Diomedes, and your judgment is good. Sharing is good, Diomedes. I like sharing. Tell me about Hasur. Yes, the Ashlander bibliophile likes poetry. I have a few such volumes here. I believe Words of the Wind, Ashland Hymns, the 5 Far Stars are around here somewhere. Oh yeah, and I appreciate that you've stopped by. That's always welcome. Right, I guess we're gonna get some poetry. Words of the Wind. The 5 stars, and Ashland Hymns. For a total cost of 70 gold pieces. Right, let's see what we can learn from these. One of the Ashland hymns is, "What a wondrous love it is to bind two souls in faith, chained completely together, with never a false word. Feel and woe, wish and real, woven each together, from first kiss to last breath, first and last whispered in love." That's the power of brain force. The 5 far stars. Rise from darkness, red mountain, spread your dark clouds and green vapors. Birth earthquakes, shatter stones, feed the winds with fire. Flay the tents of the tribes from the land, feed the burned earth with our souls. Yet never shall you have your rule over me, never shall I tremble or flinch from your power, never shall I yield my home and hearth, and from my tears shall spring forth the flowers of grassland springs. Okay, so far it seems all of these are from the Urshilaku Ashlanders. Seems like they're perhaps not in the greatest place. Okay, the Ahimusa Ashlanders of the Grayslands. Words of the Wind. May I shrink to dust in your cold, wild wastes, and may my tongue speak its last hymn to your winds. I pray for the herder that whistles to his guar at play. I pray for the hunter that stalks the white walkers. I pray for the wise one that seeks under the hill, and the wife who wishes for one last touch of her dead child's hand. I will not pray for that which I've lost, when my heart springs forth from your soil like a seed, and blossoms anew beneath tomorrow's sun. White Walkers, that's, this game came out in 2002, so this has no influence from Game of Thrones. Right then.
A pleasure to meet you.
Time to go over and present this asshole with his books. Then I shall beat him up, steal his lunch money, and make him tell me everything that he knows. He's gonna make me read lots of stuff, isn't he? Thoughtful gift. This is a gift for me, a copy of the 5 far stars, noble words of noble warriors. I gratefully accept your gift. My people have never loved the written word, and I lament their ignorant scorn for such common yet potent magic. I thank you, and I honor your courtesy, Diomedes. It would please me to return your courtesy by answering your questions. What is it you would like to know about Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult? I have more books. Okay. You know, just out of some caution, I'm gonna bribe him a couple of times too. At least this way we are sure that we get a direct answer, or a positive one at least. Ashlanders. There is too much to tell. Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. But most of all, if you're visiting a camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. And since you ask about the Nerevarine cult, perhaps you'll be interested in my views on the Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Nerevarine cult is their hatred of foreigners. Well, isn't that just a constant in, well, earthly relations? Courtesy. Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women, tribal seers and counselors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack. Yeah, if you screw up relations with Ashlander tribes, no more main quest for you. So don't do that. Probably a bit of a spoiler saying that, but I think just saying that you do not want to do that if you want to do the main quest, that's not giving away too much of the lore. Challenges. When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status or ritual. What about Ashlanders and foreigners? Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At the very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it is shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. Oof. I don't think Caius Cassans would be a fan of that notion. Let's see. Let's ask about the Nerevarine cult. They worship the great Ashkan and Hortator, Nerevar Moon and Star, who in ages past destroyed the evil, godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagath-Ur and his foul hosts beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshilaku do its followers have any influence. Other Ashlander tribes share the sentiments of the cult, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion and skepticism. Let's ask about the prophecies. I have heard it said that the prophecies foretell the return of a reincarnated Nerevar, who shall drive the foreigners from the Ashlands, and who shall cast down the false gods of the temple, and restore true worship of the ancestors. It is a dream that would appeal to every Ashlander, but is thought a silly ancient legend, and little more by many Ashlanders, myself included. Okay. Tell me about Ashlander worship. All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born into the ancestor cult of their clan. The Nerevarine cult is different, though. It is a very small cult, with only a few wise women with the gift of prophecy, and a few holy warrior heroes who guard and protect the seers. Sul-Matul, Ashkan of the Urshilaku, is the warrior protector of the cult, and Nibani Meza, also of the Urshilaku, is the oracle seer of the cult. Very good. What do you know about the Urshilaku? The Urshilaku are the Ashlanders of the Northern Ashlands and the West Gash, in the northwest of Vvardenfell. Ashkan Sul-Matul is their chief, a brave and respected war leader, and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. The Urshilaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts. The yeah, okay. Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margan, northern coast of Vvardenfell. Alright. I'm guessing we're not going there right now. You have my notes. True. Tell me about your life as a trader. I'm too old to travel now, to risk the beasts and bitter blights of the wastes. Now I sit here, warm, savor my imported Cyrodiilic brandy, while my adventurous son, Hanat Saint-Subani, assists me in my trade, seeking out sources of fine ebony and fetching them at fine prices. I'm a trader. I know the Ashlands, their people, and their ways. I know that what they will buy and sell, and what will bring good money here among the settled people. Yeah, that tends to be a good, knowing what to exchange tends to be the, way to go if you're dealing with trade. Telling him about my disturbing dreams. Perhaps it means nothing. It is peculiar. The tall figure in the golden mask. It puts me in the mind of the golden helm of an ordinator, but that does not seem to fit the spirit of the dream. My people take careful account of dreams, but only a wise woman can tease from them their meanings. Tell me about your son. I wonder at my son. He has been so long away without a word to his father. Surely he wishes me to die of worry so that he may inherit this fine brandy. He has proposed to chart the rarely visited ancient underground complex of Mamea west of Red Mountain. If you should chance to see him in your travels, chide him and tell him an old man longs for news of his son and heir. Business? Right. Let's see. You gave me the notes. Tells me to look for a son. I suppose we could do that. Let's see his notes. The Ashlanders are the direct descendants of the Aldmeri peoples who followed the prophet Veleth into the lands we now call Morrowind. The Ashlanders retain the modest nomadic life and simple ancestor worship of their forebears, and despise the soft lives and decadent worships of the settled Great Dunmer cultures. The wastes are harsh and unforgiving, and we are a hard people. But there is a beauty and honor in our simple lives, and the snobs of the temples and great houses are fools to dismiss us as crude savages. Ashlanders and foreigners. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At the very least, okay, I think I read over this earlier. Yep, that's basically the same thing that he said about them. Same thing about courtesy, challenges, worship. Yeah, a lot of this is just recapping his answers. Fair enough. Right. Namea complex. I'm just gonna check my little extra map I found. Because I don't mind exploring, but I do mind getting lost. Watching a stream of someone who's lost is Well, calling it tedious would be a good start, I guess. Okay, Mamea is very much not on our path in any way. We basically have to go to Nice's. Should we, shouldn't we, shouldn't we? Oh, alright. We'll go to... We'll tie up these loose ends here.
So clumsy.
Luckily, we have plenty of space in our pockets, so let's go to Nice's. Yeah, the ghost fence looks kind of goofy when it's not animating, but I still think it's quite nice to see this stuff in this sense. I'm sure that fortress up there is incredibly important, but we're not going there for quite some time. So, to Nice's. And then we're going to Mamea, which
Why walk when you can run?
may prove to be the single most dangerous place that I've been in for the entire game. So far. Very important detail there. Let's do some water walking. Yes. Honestly, I feel like the most satisfying magic in this game is just the stuff you can do to increase your own mobility. Because it is genuinely possible, and I've done this in the past, to set up like a system for flying where I was moving so fast that I could jump, and yeah, it is a jumping spell, but I could jump all the way as a circuit around the island in 5 minutes, and that made me feel pretty good. And that's kind of a thing that later Bethesda games lost with some of the decisions they made. Where it's like, you start out at a certain speed and you're locked to the same speed for the entire game, and that's it. So at no point do you feel like you're overcoming, you know, limitations from earlier. Let's see, Mamea should be on like a hilltoppy type place. Not going over there. I am just trying to find that dude's son. Well, this does look like a hilltop. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm sure that guy has a very interesting quest that I'm not going to be doing right now. I have contracted Ash fucking Choncha disease. Ooh, 4 personality. Look at me. Let's see if I can cure this. Oh, for fuck's sake. So the thing that went wrong there is I successfully cast the spell. but it's a use on others. If only I could touch myself, the spell would work on me, but I can't. I know, guys, it's a tragedy. Oh well, I think I have a potion for it. Cure common disease. It's a blight disease. Oh, that's just the thing, ain't it? Sorry. It's not an especially soft chair, so sitting here while streaming for a couple of hours is, not always the most comfortable experience. And so I shift about. I am committing to this whole, like, actually finding the bloody place. I do think it's over there. It's, well, it does seem like the hilltop at least. Oh, now I see. Alright. I was kind of heading in the wrong direction. I don't mind, like, having to find a rough area where it's at, but I'm committing to not getting completely lost. Because that's just one of those things where, you know, if I get completely lost and I can't find help anywhere, well, it just makes sense that I would, you know, file that under chores and, like, do that on my own time. Oh, I do not want to go over there. Is this it? Mamea, Sanctum of Awakening. Actually, yeah, let's just save in a million different ways, because this is gonna hurt. Right, guys, this will be the first time that we're actually gonna tangle with, well, a major faction of not so nice people. Die Fetcher. Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, Fred Flintstone, not very, happy with me. Oh, they're growing flowers. Hello. What? Okay, part of his face is missing, and starting a conversation with him, he says, "Where are you, Lord? We cannot hear you. Speak to us, please." What are you? Where is this place? I'm so tired. Let me sleep. Well, okay. Whoa. Skeletal corpse. Fair enough. You know, guys, going by the music, I think this place is meant to be a little bit menacing. This old gate is trapped. What? Okay, dude has meat. Dude has these ash salts. This place is just filled with Griblies. Hello. Oh, dude. Why can't we just talk about this? Large piece of meat. Yeah, I'm just gonna be, you know, I think I'll just grab a Big Mac on the way home. No need to trouble yourself with giant chunks of meat. Wrong tool. Ashley says, the chairs, the tables, all confused. We hear the words and must speak them. We take them and arrange them, but still they will not be quiet. Everything is wrong. This is not straight. This is too high. This is in my way. We must put them right. Okay, he is... Whoa! Will you stop trying to kill me? It's rude. Thank you. That was better. Is there any? No. This place is badass. That's where I came from. Sanctum of the Black Hope.
I have you.
He thinks he has me. He has not seen my spear. Okay, once again, he's got meat. Isn't that something? Apparently my wounds are great. Once again, just meat. And in there, it seems like there's another one of them. So far, this is just a cave full of people with severe mental issues. Fuck me. Stop trying to zap me. What do we got here? A pool full of nothing. Superb. That's my favorite type of nothing. The fuck is this? Oh, great. This guy's not well. And we've got another one of these faceless guys. What the hell is with this? Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna clear the rear areas first. Just cause, don't want to be ambushed on the way out. I don't know if these guys are smart enough to strategize, but it would be unfortunate if they were all to group up and keep me from escaping. Are you gonna freak out on me? Hanatu Sain Subani.
bother someone else.
What is with this? My name is Hanat Saint-Subani. I entered this cavern seeking shelter from the weather, and these madmen stripped me and imprisoned me here. While I've been trapped here, I've had the most terrible dreams. I don't know if I can trust my own eyes and ears. Please, I need an armed escort to the cavern entrance. They've left me nothing. I cannot offer you a reward, but my father has Hazur Saint-Subani in Alrune. He'll gift you generously if you can rescue me. You know my father. Then you can always find him in the Alscar Inn. If you can deliver me from this cavern, I'm sure he'll reward you handsomely. Yes, I'm Hanat Saint-Subani. Right. I'm gonna leave him here for now. Not because I am hostile towards him, but because I'm gonna clear out this place before we head on. Because quite frankly, fuck leaving any of these scumbags alive. Hashtag not legal advice. Apparently I'm beaten. Oh, that guy's wearing armor. Small shiny key, medium, so and so. You know, don't be a naked man who brings a club to a spear fight. What the fuck are you?
The sleeper awakes.
You've done well to get this far. I don't think we have anything to talk about, do we? Then let's get on with it. I'm going to kill you. You don't believe that or you wouldn't be here. You are the challenger, so by House Dagoth custom, yours is the first move. Difficulty? It's, normal. Well, I don't know if I can capture a soul, but I'm gonna make a damn good attempt at it. Eat shit, whatever you are. Oh god, this guy's gonna be badass. Well, fuck you. I make potions for a living. Cheat restore health? How about a Dr. Pepper with extra sugar? Fuck yeah. Do I always play with normal difficulty? Not always. Depends on the game and whatnot. It's... Again, it's, for this, it's just... I want to demonstrate the game. Show it off as best I can. And I feel like just playing it on normal seems to be the best way to convey what it's like. So, I captured his soul. Dagoth Aranus. An ash vampire slayed within the shrine of Mimea. The 7 hard whites are the, something. Let's not spoil that. But the dude was pretty important, just because, well, he had a unique character model. If they have a name and a face, that means they're important. What about you, X-Fire? Do you play the game with normal difficulty, or do you take it up a notch? Is that much of a challenge? I haven't tried it myself. I kind of expect that alchemy is probably overpowered regardless of what you do. Okay, the Shrine of Awakening, that's the outer area. Let's see here. Never tried it with anything else. Well, at that point, I suppose that would just be like, that's just what Morrowind's like to you then. Shrine of Pitted Dreams. Well, let's grab the Devil Spear. Let's go right. Oh, look, it's another one of those. Oh, it's adorable, really. Whoa! And then we get this guy who's spazzing out with effing magic. Don't do that. It's me. How do you do, fine fellas? Not so well, I reckon. I'm just gonna stick you up there. Now there's a line to be taken out of context. Oh, nice of them to put supports in. My wounds are great, it seems. Yeah, I don't know about that. There's nothing valuable over there, so I don't really see why that would be there. Well, that looks important. She's not happy.
There is no escape! You Enwa!
Oh, I used it up. Well, then let's see Nintendo. I think I'm being bumbled from behind. I kind of wish I wasn't being bumbled from behind. This kind of sucks. Incidentally, if you're ever short on names for wacky potions, I feel I made liquid oxygen, that's for water breathing. Holy water, that's for walking on water. She had medium corpus, that's nice. Okay, so I know a bit of trivia about this cave. The named sleepers, dreamers, whatever they are, they're the only ones that are actually named in this that's holy crap. Oh, let's just take a moment to bask in the fact that I found a Daedric helmet. And it looks kind of ridiculous, but still, that's 13,000 gold pieces, and it's not even heavy. The cephalopod helmet is also interesting in that it's how do I put it? It's got a very high enchant capacity, so it's also light armor, I'm noticing, so that's actually really good for my purposes. But yeah, I kind of forgot that there was going to be a Daedric face of inspiration down here. That's not a bad get. Let's see about restoring some of my agility. And speed. That's more like it. Let's see, do you have anything else? Because, I mean, this really does feel like it's, yeah, okay. This is definitely, like, the culmination of this dungeon. So, that was a really nice get. Kinda easy that way too, Xfire says, if you don't restrict yourself. Like min-maxing, alchemy, 1 million intelligence for 1 second potions. What I've learned to be hard is the way I play. Should I play with alchemy and talking mud crab, or should I just be an archer with no magic skills? Yeah, I remember Grimmeth on YouTube did an interesting series on Daggerfall, and he put himself with the incredibly like significant restriction of no magic. And like if you add alchemy as magic, that's suddenly becoming godlike is significantly harder, regardless of the difficulty you play on. Yeah, that's the whole ability to use magic to become godlike is, it really feels like that's what was missing in Oblivion and Skyrim. Oh hey, and you've got a really creepy friend. That's always a good start. I think my Devil Spear is recharged, so we can party. Interesting. Let's find the death phase. Where was I? But yeah, the two major issues I had with Oblivion and Skyrim was like the fast travel is not as fast or good as it felt like it was in Morrowind, and you just could not become the same like type of hyper mobile sort of demigod. Okay, this guy's gonna wreck my shit. Nah, where are my good potions? Who drank my good potions? What is this? I expressly told people to not drink my good potions. Well, Hearthiel. I'm just gonna quick save there and rest until healed. Yeah, I'm starting to think that we are still haven't. Yeah, levitation's definitely one of the big things. Although, I've actually found that using jump spells tends to be a lot faster. Like, what I tend to do is create a amulet of constant health regeneration, have a lot of light equipment, use some constant effect feather stuff, so that I leave my headquarters with 0 weight. And then I use a hop toad ring to do 20 points of jump. And once your skills are maxed out in the right way, you can like jump to the top of the 4 1/4 in 1 leap. And the movement speed tends to be, I want to say 4 to 5 times the speed of an unladen cliff racer. And it's just like, you feel like fucking Superman in, you know, the Morrowind endgame, and in Oblivion it's just like, yeah, I run at a pathetic speed. And in Skyrim it's just like, yeah, you could fast travel, except a 50% chance to spawn a dragon, even if you use the cards that you pay for. I'm getting lost. I even tried in Skyrim to use the fast travel to travel inside of cities, because I'm thinking, can't spawn dragons there. And then I found out that dragons can spawn in cities in Skyrim, and I was not happy. Grumble, grumble. Where is this guy? I've done my tour now. I just want to go to the gift shop. I guess it was my fault. I did want to clear out everything. What do we have down here? Got caught on the floor. I take it you're the guy. Yes, you are. Follow me. Yeah, like the removal of the ability to move vertically in Oblivion and Skyrim, that's a huge part of just how much weaker the characters always felt. And it's especially like tedious to, you know, move at a fairly glacial pace when you're running in both of those games, and just never really feeling like you're gonna be able to make much of a difference. And then you spend like 1,000 gold pieces on a horse, and it moves at a glacial pace because they tested the game and found out, oh, our sandbox is not big enough to support, you know, mobility. And it's just tedious decisions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diomedes. I owe you my life. As you can see, I have nothing to give you, but go speak to my father, Hasur Zain Subani, at the Alscar Inn in Alrune, for courage and generosity must always be rewarded. Tell him that I am well, and that I will come to him as soon as I can. I have no token you might show him, but tell him that I blossom anew beneath tomorrow's sun. He will know who has sent you.
You must be joking. Bother someone else.
Thank you, Bethesda, for the, let's just call them inconsistent, moods on part of these characters. I have a scroll of Elm CV intervention, and I'm not afraid to use it. And I can finally get cured. Right, what loser in these parts can sell me a heal spell, because I am sick and fucking tired of blight disease. Cure common. Fine, fine. Don't sell me the thing I want. Stupid mask guarding stupid priests. Fun thing, this thing is actually fake. There is a way you can open up the real thing. Yep. It's, of course, there's nothing you can actually sell that to, so I'm just gonna not mess with it. I just feel like, you know, next time we come around here, it's just gonna be like, oh, you can't approach that anymore. Why not? We put up a velvet rope to keep the tourists from touching it. Alright, spells. Resist blight. How about curing blight? Can you do that? Elm CV intervention spell. Hell yeah.
is this about?
It's about me buying shit from you. You should be happy about that. Come on. I guess they don't have the spell yet. Right. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back to Hasur and just finish that quest. And after that, get out of my way. After that, I think I will call it an end to the stream, since that seems to be a good stopping point. Let's travel back to he's in Alrune. Incidentally, if you are curious about watching the whole series, I've begun uploading the VODs to my YouTube channel. It should be called Sterling Steve. Hopefully the name's memorable. I guess I should really put some of the stuff in the description below, but I'm kind of new to Twitch. I did some terrible streams a decade ago, and well, now I'm back. A changed man, however.
Sorry, stranger.
Hello.
My time is short, so get on with it.
Welcome, my friend Diomedes. Did you wish to ask about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult, or was there other business? Well, there was something. You've spoken with my son, indeed. He blossoms anew beneath tomorrow's sun. It is my son, indeed. And you have rescued him from a terrible fate, if that is his message. He owes you a debt of gratitude, and I am proud to pay that debt. Who could place a value on life? But please accept these 5 pieces of raw ebony, rare and valuable. And for me personally, please accept this. My own personal blade, and this, the ring from my own finger. May these gifts bless you as you've blessed my son. Yeah, the just in the chat room, Xfire is talking about the ups and downs of, well, basically modding Morrowind. There's the 2 options of vanilla Morrowind that I'm doing and open Morrowind. And at least from what I've heard from the subreddit, it seems like the vanilla Morrowind is less taxing graphically for now. But of course, open Morrowind is still in development, so that could very well change in the future. So far I'm just sticking with this, because I've installed the mods, and it's vanilla plus, and that's good enough for me. And especially when you're playing something for a long stream, you do not want to risk having anything update while you're playing it. But I should probably try out Open Morrowind one of these days. So, he gave me Ring of Knuckle Luck and Imperial Netch Blade. Thank you again for rescuing my son. Yes. Let's see. The Fang of Heineknamet. Shock damage 20 to 40 on touch. That's pretty powerful. Carved from the tooth of the Black Marsh Wasamu known as Hayekanamet. The Fang was created after a band of 7 northern men slew the beast, one of them returning home with a trophy. Wasamu were thought by early Nords to be dragons with lightning for blood, and their slaying considered a great achievement. Those who have fashioned weapons from such beasts would find that they maintain a portion of the beast's own magical properties. Value 32,000. Oh wow. Imperial Netch Blade, 45 gold pieces. Okay. That proved to be pretty valuable. Oh, I also found a soul ring, which is worth 30 grand. damage for fatigue 3 to 120 points on touch. That is pretty random. Value 69. Nice. Whew. This stream was I am a little bit speechless at just how much money we managed, or value we managed to scrounge up.
I see this
Must
land
be quite
so
something.
strong. We welcome you freely, Outlander.
Alright, I'm gonna save this, and that will be it for today. So, Xfire, thank you very much for joining me for Morrowind. I should hopefully be streaming this daily. I do try my best. But yeah, I hope you all have a good one. Until next time, see you then.